snowing. We're going live, Ryan.
Okay.
We're going live. Can you hear this?
Yep. Yep. Heard that big time.
Oh, I heard that. Oh, I heard that big time. Speaking of big time, it's time for the big time, the big show. Hold on, Ryan. Just vamp for 5 seconds.
Yo, this is Ryan Bradford coming in live. This is you're just gonna have to listen to me for the entire hour. Everybody is now pulling out a gun to put against their temple. Hello. We at PBL do not condone that kind of behavior, so you're just gonna have to listen to me or turn it off. Anybody into True Detective Night Country? Lots of heavy Lovecraftian vibes going on, if you know what I mean. We have any Lovecraft heads out there? Perhaps Cthulhu heads. Cthulhu being the mythical creature that is part of the Lovecraftian mythos that has been populated and perpetrated by writers, contemporary and in the past. Speaking of the past, what's your favorite thing that has happened in the past? For me, I would say probably the invention of Dippin' Dots. That has been around since I have been a child. And if the entire 30 years that I've been made aware of its existence, it has always been the ice cream of the future. But is there a date on that future? Like, does that ice cream of the future expire in 2025? That's what we should know. That's what we should talk about and discuss. Because at this point, we are in the future. Maybe it should be called ice cream of the present. What if you are eating a Vision Pro, an Apple Vision, or what if you were wearing an Apple Vision Pro, riding in a Tesla, eating your Dippin' Dots ice cream of the future? I think that would be a pretty apt scenario for the future. If you showed that vision, the 1992 Ryan Bradford, they'd be like, yep, that is the future. Speaking of the future, global warming, we're not experiencing, I guess climate change is what we now consider global warming. Global warming, probably not the most politically correct term anymore. Climate change is what we're going now. Designation of extreme weather patterns will continue to make the world more inhospitable for everybody. Speaking of everybody, how about the Grammys? Grammys are fine. Used to be anti-Grammy.
I just heard, how about the Grammys? You're doing great, bud. I could have gone for another hour. Could have gone for another hour.
I could do that. I could do that for hours.
All right,
no, just 1 hour. Just 1 hour.
Maybe that's what we should do from now on, is just let you ride before the show actually starts, like it's about to right now. KTRD, home of the Polyester Blend Network, is now on the air. Welcome to another broadcast day. Polyester Blend Live streams Mondays at 8 o'clock over the internet from the Schledio in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is also simulcast from UHF station KTRD 299 MHz frequency from Hastings Dip in Utah's West Desert. As Polyester Blend Network and KTRD starts its broadcast day, we ask you to join us as we dissect, try to understand, poke fun, and also share our love of this strange Utah existence. But before we get to the live broadcast, let us see what's on the Polyester Blend Network and KTRD. No, there's none of that. None of that. None of that. None of that. Just pure live entertainment. No pre-written bits. Got to get into this goddamn show. There's an element of the show I've introduced that time-consuming in order to get all the text in there. Because we're going back into something, Ryan. Oh, shit. You know what, Ryan? It's official, bud. It's a Tribe of Ryan's dog. It's a Tribe
No Clay dog tonight?
No Clay! More to discuss on that. But we don't worry. We got all the polyheads, all the good people here. Ready for a big show because it's Monday, it's stormy, it's summer. Sure. Oh, yeah. A lot of hot notes, Ryan, about your performance just a couple minutes ago.
We got one hot note. One hot note, which thank you, audio master Janine.
Sound engineer, buddy. Sound engineer. We got to get the titles right if we're going to do this.
Sound engineer. My apologies.
Come on,
I guess
bud.
we don't really call people master of anything anymore.
You're canceled, dog, but you're not canceled because you just went. You just went. And you did it, bud. You did it. Well, it's time to be joined by your good friend. Your good friend, Ryan Schlegel. That's my name. And coming from the vamp capital of Southern California, where if you need a guy to rattle nonsense but make it seem professional, go to the capital of vamping in Southern California. It is San Diego. It's our Ed McMahon. Ryan, are you here?
I'm here. I'm loving this. It's raining here. It's snowing there. We are both in two separate storms coming from different forms of precipitation.
Got that right, bud. Planet's throwing all sorts of stuff at us. We don't care. We're ready for it.
Nope.
We're ready for it. Going to the Schledio camp. Once again, up high. Feel like going up high. Look at that. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. I like it up high. Schledio camp in full effect. More of that coming up here tonight. Ryan, so much to do. We're already getting a late start, so we must get right into all the things, Ryan. We are going to do all sorts of fun things, Ryan. I think we're going to do a jam-packed show, a couple of point of orders. Then we're going to get into Mary's Worth. We got Mary's Worth. We got Mary's Worth.
We got Mary's Worth.
We got Mary's.
I did not find any readers' comments this week.
That's right.
But
That's right.
Make it short.
Because we're going to have to go.
I almost thought about doing a boycott of Mary's Worth until they got out of this Keith storyline.
It's not a bad.
It's losing us followers. I'm serious.
I'm convinced. The show only goes as far as Mary Worth goes. You know what I mean? If it doesn't, if Mary Worth doesn't work out, we're not working out. And the ratings will show that. But Ryan, we're going to do Mary's Worth. Then we're going to do Utah City's quiz. I decided we're doing it. We're doing it. You're going to have to pull your weight. Someone's going to have to fill in for Clay. As I mentioned earlier, the great Clayton Scrivener indisposed. I'll get into that in 1 second. Then after that, Ryan, we continue on the great tradition. That's going to take a second, I've realized, but that's fine. Because it's really fun to do. There's the chat. Blake's up there. I know why Blake's there. Yeah, I know why he's saying that. Producer Rob's there. So we're going to do TV draft, TV themes. We're doing TV themes. Last week we did 60s and 70s between Jeremy and Clay. I noticed one of them's gone, but that's okay because we already decided. Remember, Ryan, you and Gurky will be teams 3 and 4 in this ultimate draft.
I'm so ready. Yeah. And I will admit, last week, I was not very familiar with the 70s. I am embarrassed to say that, but I was not embarrassed. I mean, I knew some of them. I knew the Laverne and Shirley, and I knew I liked that song, but all the others, I had to go back and listen.
Fascinating. I think I just know them because I'm an American who enjoys pop culture, which I thought you were. Maybe not.
I thought I was too.
Well,
a lot of those took me off guard.
And that happens. Ugh, gross. A lot of Portland wet jokes in the YouTube chat I'm not appreciating. But I'll just let it be up there on the screen. You can enjoy that. So, mainly one of those two people, most likely the dude on the bottom. Someone needs to fill in for Clay during Utah City's quiz. So be prepared. Be prepared. We need someone to join in. So, full show here tonight. Very exciting. Like we said just a second ago, Clay not here. So, of course, we must always be at the most on the ready when our good friend Clay is not here, because it is, of course, the curse of the Clay Bino. You've got weather things going on out there. This Arctic river. What are we talking? Atmospheric river, Ryan? I'm hearing all this stuff about this. Is this what's going on?
I've been seeing that term thrown around. I don't know what it really means, but I just know a lot of people are bracing for floods.
Okay.
Again.
Well, here in Salt Lake, it's just this is weird, wacky weather, man. It's raining. It's February. No snow to be seen. Okay. Not good. But we're getting precipitation. And that's what I love to see. I love to have. So it's just weird and windy and gray and it's weird outside. Going outside the Schlettios, it's like leave at your own risk, right? I got to hunker down with the G&Ts, with the G-Rickies. And I got to stay here. I got to stay safe inside. And you're going to stay safe inside, Ryan, because we've got all the safe, fun things to do here on Polyester Blend. But Ryan, Clay is in Portland. And this is a classic Clay, okay? Guy who started the show, loves being a part of the show. This is his idea. Text me 30 minutes before the show, Ryan. I don't think it's going to work up here. Could have had any one of the numerous hours prior to you doing the show, but arriving in Portland and do a test. You know what I mean, Ryan? You can call me up on Zoom. Ryan, can I test the Zoom? Let me see where I'm at up here.
Yeah, well,
where's the
dedication? Lest we forget, the man did once broadcast live from a Hawaiian airport. So, you
gotta give him some slack.
You gotta give him some credit, but also at the same time, fuck you,
yeah,
Clay
I mean,
dog. Just kidding.
No, it's fair to say. But he at least texted.
Can we give me a win? Still go through the test, the city's quiz.
Oh yeah,
but honorary win.
It's gonna be tough for you not to win tonight. Let's be clear. It's gonna be tough. But we wish him well. He knows he can join, and I'm pretty sure Zoom can work anywhere all the time. So we know that. It's funny. The guy he was with, I don't know if he's still with, but the guy I think he was with seems to be talking in the YouTube chat. So seems like that guy's got internet and lives in Portland. But I've said too much. We wish him well. We hope he'll be back next week. But Ryan, you, Gurky, you will be joining in. You got to catch up with 60s and 70s. You will pick up the slop. Okay, Ryan? You and Gurks, you're going to have to fill in your bracket with what is left over in 60s and 70s. But coin flip, then you and Gurks get first dibs on 80s and 90s. Only going to get to the 80s tonight. Only going to get to the 80s. Futsal game tonight. Blake's having his own show in the chat. Good to see you, Blake. We missed you. But Ryan, here's what I will say. We got to get right into it. Enough of this chit chat. It's time to get into the real business. It's time for some hyper local news before we get on with the show. That means it's time for one thing and one thing only. It's time for Point of Order. Look at some hyper local news here in Utah. Ryan, the fucking viral video blowing up the interwebs. I don't know if you saw this, buddy. Did you see this out of Utah County?
This was Utah County?
Utah County!
No way.
Oh, yeah, baby. I saw it first blow up on all the YouTube Reddit boards. And then, of course, I saw it take over the world. Someone's calling my work line at 8:51. That can't be good. People, that's right. Up there on the screen, you can see this person in their Tesla truck, wearing their Apple. I don't even know what some sort of VR situation. Ryan!
This is Jeremy. He's wearing the Division Pro.
This is how we recommend you watch Polyester Blend. That's someone trying to vote on, to select their TV shows in the bracket, Ryan. Ryan, on a scale of 0.001 to 0.002, how much interest do you have in either one of these objects?
Zero. I mean, I know I've tried a set of VR goggles. It was very not fun.
This isn't your.
I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
But for like 5 minutes and then I got a headache.
But this isn't your grandpa's VR, right? This is the new and improved, right, Ryan?
Probably.
I don't know. All I know is this
$3,000, $4,000 for something so you can see 3 TikToks at once in the world.
You can do Mary's Worth, Utah City's quiz, and the draft all at once, Ryan. That's all these decisions being made. That's going to be me and driving through different Utah cities and writing the quiz like that. I mean, this is the future, Ryan. Ordah! I mean, get out of here with this.
I saw this clip, and I think the funniest comment I saw was like, this is the final boss in the incel video game.
I think I saw that one too. That was very good. Brian, we're doomed, right? That's what the kids have been saying about this. We're doomed.
No. I mean, people were saying this about the Google Glass that came out maybe 10 years ago now. Like the Google Glasses. I just don't think VR is going to catch on.
Well, what a disappointment. What a sadness to the whole thing. By the way, Blake's informing us, breaking news here. Clay's not staying with him, so we have no idea where Clay is. Clay is out on the streets of Portland. If you've seen a Clay, please report it to your closest liquor
check
store.
your local Ween shows.
Check your local breweries. Check your dispensaries. Please report a lost Clay to one of the representatives there. We will quickly pick him up from there. So, breaking news, Clay is lost. He's out there. Anyway, Ryan, Ordah, get out of here with this. Ryan, this is one of my favorites, a story we talked about here on Polyester Blend. Remember, Ryan, that whole movement to return the flag, right? To its 100-year plus glory of the stupid blue, that one right there, which my pillowcase is. Return it to glory, Ryan. Enough of this woke new flag. Well, Ryan, they were given an opportunity to get enough signatures to get something on the ballot to try to revoke the new flag, Ryan, to get the revoke. Turns out, Ryan, oh no, they asked for an extension because they're well below the 2,000 signatures they need. I think it's 200,000 signatures they need to get it on the legislature docket. So, Ryan, they only got about 7,000, and they're like, please, will you extend it? They're asking the person, I forget who it is, recorder or whatever, legislature person, like, can we get an extension, which is not allowed. But they're like, please, for us, please. Please. We hate this flag.
We hate the flag.
I almost got so many more signatures.
It's so bad.
I wanted to go out and get signatures, but I got tired. Ryan. These bums couldn't even get the signatures. They think everyone cares about this. No one cares about this. Ryan, do you think they should get an extension, Ryan? I know you're a big fan of the old flag.
I would say give them a week extension.
Give them 2 hours, something stupid like that. All right, 2 more hours. If you can get 80,000 signatures in 2 hours, we'll give it a shot.
Does the article say how many they needed?
Yeah, they said, I forget where it is, but it's something like, let's see. They have at least 134,000 signatures, and they only have 76.
Oh, yeah. So none 57. Yeah.
Ryan, I mean, get out of here. Enough with these people. They're gonna have all this swag. I mean, I used to buy this stuff as a goof, and I've told you how incredibly uncomfortable I feel now with all this old Utah flag shit, which I thought was funny because we didn't have a flag. I was just like, this is a stupid flag to have on stuff. Now these people have taken it over. This guy's got some sort of like poncho throw over situation, Ryan. Kind of like it, not gonna lie. But Ryan, the best part of this, the whole thing is Ordah. Get out of here. You're done for. Let's move on. Bigger things to fight. But Ryan, at the very end here, gubernatorial candidate and total piece of shit, Phil Lyman says he might try to get something on the ballot. Phil Lyman trying to get it going, Ryan, trying to bring it back if these signatures don't work. They don't stop.
Really love how people are spending their time and effort.
I mean, they would say that about us, but I mean, seriously, we're doing a service here.
Hey, we are, yes.
We got to get 8 signatures before the end of the hour, Ryan, or we can't keep going.
But we need a new signature.
Ryan, Ordah, get out of here. Your flag's done, you miscreants. Speaking of Ordah, this one I just found is interesting, is this whole big movement since the pandemic of people moving to Salt Lake area. But now it's starting to slow, buddy. In fact, maybe people are moving out because it's gotten so damn expensive. Here along the Wasatch Front and Salt Lake area in general, I mean, that's all I see on these boards, Ryan. All the things I follow is just a constant stream of people being, and legitimately so, they can't afford rent. And I assume it's probably everywhere, like in San Diego. Is it something similar?
Oh, yeah, it's really bad. I think that's probably what that guy in the Tesla truck was. He was looking at new homes. Like, where do I buy a new home?
Des Moines. Rust Belt is supposed to be good. Pittsburgh. Okay, Cleveland.
Kansas City. I think I know about them.
Kansas City, we could do that. Ryan, it's just the swings, my friend. Get the fuck out of here with this. Tell me I can't open up this thing. But yeah, it's the back and forth, my friend. The back and forth. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with this community? It's fine, Wasatch Front. We got the lake. We still got to worry about air, let alone all this population. And it's just, I don't know if it's going to end anytime soon, Ryan. I just don't know. But interesting, I say, Ordah, order up some new homes, give people some places to live. Last thing, Ryan, I found very interesting. Decades-long effort to regrow Utah's vanishing salt flats may have backfired. So, Ryan, for a long time, I don't know if you know this, we've talked about it on the show, so I hope you remember. Sadly, the Bonneville salt flats are disappearing. They are shrinking. At some point, there will be no more Bonneville salt flats if it continues the way it's going, Ryan. Now, it's very sad. It's very, in all this. But one of the people who are advocating for the, bringing them back or at least retaining them is, of course, the racing community, Ryan. The racing community has been long on this stance of trying to get the salt flats to stay because they love racing. They want to keep racing on the salt flats. So years ago, Ryan, it was thought that the issue was the potash mines where their waters and they need to just replenish the area with water to let it evaporate so more salt happens. Okay, that was the theory. Put more water, let the water evaporate, you've got more salt. Well, it turns out that this initiative that has gotten money and support for about 2-3 decades now, turns out, Ryan, that's not actually, it's more complicated than that. It's just like everything in life. They did a more up-to-date study, and it shows that it's really the aquifers underneath the salt flats which is causing the issue. Water is not staying in the aquifers underneath, draining from the mountains, delivering that salt from the mountains. That's what's causing the issue. I mean, of course, it's these mines, but it's also the racing. It's also the way that we've put the freeway, I-80 out there. So it's not just a simple 1-2 solution. It's way more complicated, like everything in life, right? So it's like all these efforts to try to maintain the salt flats, it's not really working, and they got to go back to the drawing board on this one.
You know what I would pitch?
What?
Everybody in Utah buys a can of Morton salt.
Yeah.
Or a carton of Morton salt.
Uh-huh.
They go out there, they pour it out.
Right.
One person is not going to make a lot, but 100,000 people, that would cover a good 20 square feet
Salt
of that place.
Salt across Utah. It's like hands across America, but salt across Utah.
Every little bit helps.
And they just, and then you get your clubs that would be get a bunch of margarita enthusiasts out there with some blenders. And then,
make it a party.
Make it a party
people want to go to.
Now, Ryan, what people don't talk about is there's been a whole delegation, a silent group that's very excited about the salt flats going away. It's of course, the snail and slug delegation of Utah have been.
Why do the quaggas fit in with this?
Quaggas are out.
Delegation?
They can't handle this. But the snails and the slugs that have been eyeing the Wendover casinos,
they've been biding their time for a long, long time.
They can't wait.
Snails also really like the old flag, though.
Yes.
So they can't win everything.
Yeah, they're gross. Ordah. Figure out the correct order of operations to save the salt flats. I mean, what are amateur photographers going to do, Ryan? What are they? You can't get a lady holding an umbrella in black and white with, anywhere. You got to get it in the salt flats.
Right. Or, when are you going to make another Independence Day?
Listen, welcome to Earth. I mean, we got to remember these things. Ryan, Ordah, we say Ordah. Final thing, Ryan, final thing here.
Wait, do you think anybody who's driven past that, it's like, man, this thing is shrinking? They just take a look out at that vast expanse and be like, man, that thing is small.
I love the West Desert, and I think there's lots of people who love the West Desert, but I think for the majority of those traveling on I-80, unless you go at the right time of day, I think a lot of these people are so sick of driving because they're usually coming from a much larger metropolitan area, be it San Francisco, Reno, going all the way out to Chicago, whatever. I think these people are just so sick of being on the road because a lot of those people have been traveling for a while. You know what I mean, Ryan? I feel like when I was younger, I never paid attention. Now I'm older. All I think about is the West Desert and the Great Salt Lake. It is interesting, though. God, I love that place. And Great Salt Lake is so great. People, the last thing, Ryan, of course, we do a little news story from the county in which we have a Utah Cities quiz in. This week, Ryan, I thought this was from a couple weeks ago. PCW doing a Wasatch County news article, Ryan. The Heber Creeper asked Wasatch County Council to forgive its $2 million debt. Come on, we're the Creeper.
Do you want to forgive her debt? Or,
Heber Creeper, hands above the table, please. Okay. The hands are back under the table. Whoa, whoa.
This is a new PBL character. Write it down. The Heber Creeper.
Heber Creeper. Love it. It's written down. Anyway, the Heber Creeper asked for forgiving the $2 million in debt, and the county council was like, how about not? How about we don't do that? So, Ryan, they've got I think I saw that it has a lease or the ability to go through 2029. But they got to figure it out, Ryan. They got to figure it out. Maybe start over with that name. This modern age, this Me Too movement, this, woke culture doesn't accept this creeper name, Ryan. We got to, how about the Heber
Heber groomer? Heber child molester. Ooh. There we go.
The Heber Miramax films. I mean, this is like,
the Heber Weinstein.
Oh, they're disgraced. People, we say Ordah. Oh, come on. We love the Heber Creeper. Not that Heber Creeper, the actual train. Not the...
did somebody say Dixie Cone?
Just like the Heber Creeper's palm is always wet, right? And wants to touch your shoulder. Just like, no, back up, Heber Creep. Anyway, Ordah, Ryan, interesting stuff. Last thing, Ryan, update here. Update on an ongoing story. Ongoing story. It's not really a story, but ongoing thing here on Polyester Blend. Where the hell is it? Did I put it over here? Right. Ordah. Update here, my friend. Update on the continuation of the Polyester Blend adopts a highway, Ryan.
Oh,
Remember,
yes.
I have put out for the last 2 weeks an email each week, one to our state's UDOT, Utah State Department of Transportation, as well as NDOT in Nevada State Department of Transportation, because of course our broadcast range is roughly on the border of Nevada. I thought it would only be smart that we are trying to sponsor some sort of highway section and do it in the area in which we broadcast. It just makes the most sense, Ryan. You know what I mean? So there's the broadcast range of Polyester Blend. You can see it's pretty close to the Nevada border. So Ryan, I sent the email twice. I keep checking like a kid who wrote to Santa Claus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dear you, please write back. Mail. Not today, Ryan. You know, me sitting on the curb. The mail carrier. Not today, bud. Not today. Oh, gee.
Hey, boy. Hey, little kid, you're wet. It's raining outside.
I was waiting for my letter from the State Department of Transportation about
Well, I'm going to buy a load.
for our
Sure you are, kid.
Our widow show. We want to have this. Our widow show. Ryan, I need to keep going because they don't send me shit. But then I got excited, Ryan. This is a new development. Fuck highway. Rest stop sponsorship program, Ryan.
There we go.
Nevada NDOT is offering the ability to sponsor a rest stop along their highway system. And Ryan, I mean, there's plenty that are out where we're out there in the broadcast range. Well, not broadcast range, but kind of near it. So I think that's the new step, Ryan. And they have an entire PowerPoint presentation on how this works. See, we put a rest area sponsored by Polyester Blend. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So
I'm so on board.
What I like about that's what it could be. That's what it could be, Ryan. Here at the, I don't know if this is still good, but we're gonna reach out to Guinevere. We're gonna see if Guinevere responds. Guinevere. So Ryan, that's an update to Polyester Blend adopts a highway. It's going to change to Polyester Blend sponsors a rest stop is going to be the next configuration. Ryan, we must go to our first music break. Then we come back. We go right into, what should we do? Should we do Mary Worth and then TV theme, or do you want to do Cities quiz first? What would you prefer?
Let's do Cities quiz.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah.
All right, so it all call to arms. We have no clay. We have no clay, so we need everyone to join afterwards, or join after the music break. Ryan, the Super Bowl is this weekend. Don't know if you heard about it.
Oh,
so I don't know if
I'm gonna be in Kansas City this weekend.
Shut the fuck up.
Totally.
You know what? That's crazy. You know
I'm going to a writers' conference, so it's serendipitously right into Kansas City, Missouri.
That'll be crazy.
It's going to be a big conference of nerds right in the middle of football central.
They're getting the edges of my book wet with their beer. You know, like that kind of thing.
Oh, is that a semicolon or a colon?
Oh, I don't know where to go with this, but surely a confederacy of dunces here. Ryan, are you gonna be back next Monday?
Yeah, I'll be back.
That's how it's done, Clay. All right, so I picked all super songs. Yes, we already got someone. You know who it's gonna be stepping in for the quiz. He's stepped in for you before. Now he's about to step in it. What is this business at the bottom with the wrong date? Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. Ryan, Super Bowl. You know what I thought? Super songs.
Super songs.
Super songs.
That's super.
As in a Jeopardy style. Super is in quotations, meaning one of the songs will have the word super in it. So this first super song is Super Funk by Vern Blair Debate off the Texas Funk, 1968 to 1975. Love this shit. 3-minute song, Ryan. Get yourself situated. Mary Worth, Utah City's quiz. So much coming up. Let's do this. Drive the rides. Polyester Bud. Pauly Shore. Super Funk. Everyone loves the Super Funk. Vern Blair debate. Polly Blend. 1968 to 1975. Great compilation. Great compilation. Ryan.
Yo.
It's time for you to fulfill your duties here on the show, my friend. It's time for you to tell us, show us what you have been up to in the deep, dark world of comics. It's time for you to show us what you have done in the form of...
He reads them and brings them.
That's right. The guy reads them, he brings them, and we say, don't bring them, don't. But he still does.
I still do, no matter what.
Sponsored by Frank's Red Hot Sauce, Buffalo's Wing Division. It's time for Mary Worth, Comics Corner of Mary Worth It, where we take a look at it, Mary Worth this week, and say, is it worth it? Should you read the comic we read with you? Ryan, I should say we should do this first. How many window eels this week? How many window eels this week?
We are at a very... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to guess. All right? I'm going to go 5. Rob's here, producer Rob.
Very close.
There's definitely going to be 18.
Oh, Jeez. Ryan, you already know it. Do you know the answer?
Yes. It looks like there are 4 this week. 4 window eels.
See, I feel like we still need to define, because I see more like 1, 2, 3. Is the window eel have to be a different color? Because if you're right, if there's only 4.
I think it has to have a white streak through it.
I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Ryan, this week, give everyone a quick update of where we've been on this journey and where we're going.
Quick update. Keith, I believe last week he was just talking with Mary Worth and telling her about how great his life is, reconnecting with his former lover, meeting his potential daughter. They reconnected through the magic of song. Like he started singing a Stevie Wonder song, and then the daughter, who is kind of ideologically opposed to Keith in every way. Keith is a former military person, former law enforcement agent, and she is a raging hippie. And so they've managed to put their differences aside when they play music together. And so Keith is kind of becoming one with the family, and that is where I believe we have left off. I think he was just telling Mary Worth all about all that.
Now, Kirk and Jeremy just showed up. Jeremy, real quick, before we go on. If you're there, Jeremy, I need you. Oh, he's joining. All right, we'll do this. Rob, real quick. Peter Abelard. The quote this week. Are you familiar with Peter Abelard?
No, never heard of the guy. No.
That's weird. Okay. All right. You
Don't know him either.
Okay, so you guys just aren't familiar with 11th century French scholars? That's weird. I don't know why you guys don't know that stuff.
It's weird.
Scholastic philosopher, leading logician? Logician? Is that a thing? Logician?
Logician.
Huh.
I'm a logician.
I'm going to be a logician. Anyway,
Is that the new word here?
I guess.
Logician?
Is that I didn't know.
Yeah, man.
Logician. Did you know this? I mean, of course you probably knew this.
Logician.
I want you to put
Never mind. All right, people. Ryan, what do we got here?
All right, we got everybody's favorite logician, Peter Abelard. By doubting, we are led to question. By questioning, we arrive at the truth. I guess I could have paused a little more. By doubting, we are led to question. By questioning, we arrive at the truth. By Peter Abelard, famous logician. All right. Here's Keith thinking through the window. Here's the window eels thinking, that was a nice visit. I love when the 3 of us get together. By the 3 of us, he means his Kitty and Sonia, his lover and potential daughter. After Kitty and Sonia leave Keith's house, Sonia's attending an anti-military rally tonight. I'm glad she didn't ask me to join her.
Yeah.
She showed me affection for the first time today. She loves root beer and music like I do. And yet, I wonder, is she really my daughter?
Jesus Christ.
Really sad this week.
Yeah.
And that shot of the root beer.
And it says
root beer.
yeah, exactly, Jeremy. Mom root beer.
Passing root beer along.
My mom loves this root beer. Yeah, there's a whole thing going
Like
on there.
Yeah, you can see he's on his way to clean up all the plates that they left, and that side of that root beer forced him to sit down and really think about his life.
Yeah, so it's really the root. Yeah, you're right. I wish they would have done that a little bit better, Ryan, of like an earlier panel shows the root beer, then he looks at it, then he sits down and grab it, because now I'm cluing into what you're saying. For a dullard like me, that wasn't that obvious. You had to point it out for me. I mean, I do like the point where it's depressing. Jeremy, you're joining us here via your table after multiple technical issues that you were facing.
Indeed.
I mean, did you get a sense of emotion off of this?
You know, as someone who's been dealing with technical difficulties, I feel like I identify with Keith, who's been having, you know, difficulties with being kind of a dweeb. The last frame is the really interesting frame to me. Like, does he really have a reason to doubt it? He's just like, by the way, is she really my daughter? Because if she's not, it's kind of creepy that you're hanging out with her at all.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you need to, like, is there really a doubt? Like, or is the storyline now about Keith inventing things to be doubtful about? Like, oh, is she really my daughter? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about it, but
They're
it could be
grasping.
an interesting direction, like, or it could just be another, you know, Merryworth detour for no actual purpose.
It feels like, Jeremy, that it's just like, give me anything. Just like add something to this story. So I'm excited about the sadness because it's just something. I feel something finally. I don't know. Girk, your thoughts on this?
I mean, I love this one, frankly. I mean, like, there's so much happening. There's the pathos. There's sort of the, is she really my daughter? Like, there's this layer, and he said, I'm glad she didn't ask me to join her, but clearly by emphasizing the word join, he did want her to have him join her. Like, so he's just going to bury his sorrows in root beer. It's really, and also the logician.
Well,
like, you know,
he's not going to want to go to an anti-military rally, though. Sorry, continue, Greg.
There's a little like tip of the hat with a logician, which I think logicians are like, is this your fallacy? Like, that's what that
Listen, in my case, they're always looking for my fallacy. All right. It's very tough to spot. Very tough to spot.
I think you know where I'm going with this one. But, we'll save it.
All right, fine. Let's just get right to it. Girk, we must say, is this worth it? Should you read this or should you not?
This one is so worth it. I think I want to get some comments on the thread, but like this one is one of the most worth it we've seen since the last sighting in Wilbur.
Fucking crazy person. Jeremy, Mary, worth it or not?
I'm going to say this one's Merryworth it because I'm not quite as big on it as Gurky, but it is like a very personal, intimate, sad moment with this character. And yeah, he's just sitting there looking at his fucking can of root beer.
It's pathetic.
Got nothing to live. Yeah, but he's thinking about it. And then, he's throwing out, like I said, throwing out some wild shit in the last frame. You don't know where it's going to go. It could be nowhere. This is Merryworth, but I'm going to say this one's Merryworth it.
Wow. Rob, please talk some sense to these gentlemen. Is this worth it or not? Or is it nah?
Look, I have to back up this weirdo. The questioning is the only path to truth, and the only question he asked in this entire comic is she really his daughter? Look, it's important that he asks such questions.
Absolutely.
To know.
So it sounds like you're going to say worth it.
But indeed, once you start questioning and start really seeking truth, sadness, that's when it sets in.
Are you a logician?
Wow.
Rob?
No, I'm just,
You
probably
should be.
clinically depressed.
Logician.
Rob's going to go with nah. Because he feels no emotion.
Look, I said it's worth it.
Okay, worth it. Sorry, I wasn't sure. Worth it. I think all of you guys are crazy, even though I was definitely heading towards worth it. Now that I hear all of you so convinced, I'm going to say not worth it. Not worth it. We're grasping at straws here, but I understand why you all said that, but I'm going to go not worth it. Ryan, what do you got?
I think I agree with Gurky. I think I agree with Jeremy. I think it's like at least something that's happening. And I think, we've spent so much time with this miserable character that maybe, hopefully something is happening. Something is in the works. But I do feel like to put a logician and like at the front and just have this like super flawed logic, this Keith guy, he's like, wait, this person who I think is my daughter, she doesn't like the things that I like, does that mean that she's not my daughter? Like, does he have any fundamental knowledge of how kids are? Because that is what the teenage daughter's role is, to not, be into the things that their parents are.
Do you think that's why he's drinking a mom's root beer and not a dad's root beer?
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's just being cucked right there by the root beer.
Ryan, you truly are a
Logician.
So worth it?
Yes, worth it.
Wow, overwhelming this week, people. The comic you just read with us, Mary Worth, totally worth it. Go find it, read it for yourself, have a great time. This is an absolute Mary Worth it this week. Way to go, everybody.
He
The
reads them
only
and brings them.
consensus greater than that it's Mary Worth it is that Schlegel is wrong.
Listen, you guys were just getting too into it, and I was like, it's not that good, y'all. It's not
You
that good.
got to pull it back, Ryan. I appreciate you kind of dampening the enthusiasm, because we all need some dampening.
It's like you're all, because we've been so burned by Mary Worth for so long now. It's like the Stockholm syndrome, like, oh, thanks, Mary. Thanks for a little bit of like character development and emotion. It's like, no. Don't thank this sucker. This is garbage. Okay. You know what's not garbage, people? Well, besides the state legislature, this amazing state of ours. And it's always fun when we throw a little bit of a wrinkle into it. Of course, it's a game between Ryan and Clayton. But sometimes one of them has to tap out and someone joins us. And this week is one of those, but it doesn't change the fact that this is Utah Cities Quiz. Is a game between Ryan and sometimes Clayton. Utah Cities Quiz is a game of knowledge of the cities and towns, and census designated areas. It's a great fucking game, people. On the screen right now is the current score. Look at that. Pot, Mark, riddled state. All of them. A little bit of our souls, gentlemen, and half hour to an hour worth of our time in some cases. Each one of those dots represents 110 of them, Ryan. 110 of them, bud.
That's incredible.
Clay
incredible.
Isn't that amazing? Clayton's in purple. Ryan is in yellow. Clayton squeaked ahead last week, 54-53. I think you've only gotten one in Salt Lake County, Ryan. He is really dominating Salt Lake County like you dominate Cache County. Well, we do not have Clayton Scribner this week. We have announced it, but this guy, not only did his team destroy his immune system, leading to a horrific virus or cold of some sort, he shook his depression of losing a chance to have his team go to the Super Bowl. He shook death's door in the form of a virus or a medical issue. He's stepping up this week. Robert Gurkey, you're in the Clayton chair this week.
Yeah, baby. This chair's cushy.
It's got a lot. It's got a lot.
There's like a big divot in it. This is great.
It's sopping wet. That's the other thing that's gross about it. Just
It's a
wet.
little. It says Heber on it. I don't know what that means.
People, Clayton is out, so of course Gurkey's in the seat. That means we only got one lifeline unless someone wants to join us. It's going to be Rob holding it all down. Speaking of Rob, the man knows what to do. Rob, you there with me? You got on mute there, Rob. You got on mute.
I just muted. All right. Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Rob, not unlike the moon, the Apollo missions, you have moved from the lunar, from the space thing to the lunar module. You're now in your secondary seat. I need to ask you that seat usually is, well, it's standing. I shouldn't say seat. Have you even gotten started? Where are we at with the dishes?
Just pouring my tea. Just about getting started on these here dishes.
I love it. Beautiful tea, electric kettle. What kind of tea we working with, Rob?
Just a little bit of Rubus.
Oh, I don't even know what it means. Don't even know. Rubik's Cube?
Wait, how do you pronounce
Rubik's Cube
How do you
tea?
pronounce it?
I pronounce it Rubus. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. It's Afrikaans originally for like red bush. But it's an herbal tea that tastes kind of like a regular black tea.
I love it.
I feel like we sold that tea at the restaurant I worked at, and I never knew how to say it.
I mean, I'm not sure that I do either.
How are we spelling
I'm just calling it Rubus.
How are we spelling it?
ROOIBUS.
I was always like, oh, the Ruibus. The Ruibus tea.
Give me a pronunciation, god damn it. There we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Rooibos tea. Rooibos tea.
Rooibos.
Rooibos tea.
I mean, maybe it's Rooibos. Yeah, sure.
Rooibos tea.
Okay, Rooibos. That's our first thing we've learned. Way to go, Rob. You're getting the learning going. That's what the quiz is all about. It's expanding your knowledge about the things that are important in this world, like knowledge of where you've grown up or live, what kind of tea you're drinking. That's what we do here on Polyester Blend. Gerkie's going to see what he can do against Ryan. Ryan, you have relied on Gerkie before. Have you ever gone heads up against Gerkie?
Never have. I'm terrified.
Oh my God. Best friends forced to do battle like Kirk and Spock, portrayed in the hit movie Cable Guy. Well, let's go through it. People, if you don't know, there's 5 questions plus a bonus. Each one is worth 1 full point to the first person being asked. The other person can steal unlimited lifelines in the form of Rob this week. Jeremy's here. Judge Jeremy's make sure we do everything above board. As you heard earlier, we did a story out of Wasatch County, so we ask you for 0.005. Gerkie goes first. What city do you think we're doing here this week in Utah City's quiz? Wasatch County.
In Wasatch County is Hoytville.
Believe that's in Summit County, but by all means.
Not anymore.
Okay, Hoytville for 0.0025. Ryan, what do you got?
I'm going to say Colville.
Colville. Again, 2 Summit County options.
Also in Summit
Both
County.
Summit
Yeah,
County
definitely.
options from our guys. I love my guys. Love my guys.
Can I take a contingency pick?
No, because you failed miserably. You got to sit with it. That's what happens. Oh, you guys, it was sitting right in front of you. I can't believe you didn't get Walsburg. Walsburg.
That was going to be my guess.
Really?
No.
Tear
Francis.
down the Walsburg. Pink Floyd's The Walsburg. People, it is happening. We're finally doing battle. True or false, Ryan Bradford, have you ever heard of the town of Walsburg?
Never have.
Gerkie?
How many bergs are in Utah? Do you know?
That's a great question.
I bet you that's one of the questions. Let's see.
Fuck off, man. I should have gotten it.
I have heard of Walsburg, but I couldn't really tell you exactly where it is. I think it's over by Francis, so I wasn't too far off.
Kind of. It's basically.
I think it's like pretty close to Colville too.
I love the confidence you have in yourselves when
The
you know.
Heber Creeper would know.
We are very close to the. No. It's south of Heber. Deer Creek Reservoir, everybody. Very close to Deer Creek Reservoir. Very beautiful area. Here's how we do this. Walsburg, in order to go first, or who goes first in question number 5, we've got to do a coin flip. And guess what? Gerkie, because Clayton won last week, you get to go first. Do you want the old school or do you want new school penny?
Let's do old school.
Old school, heads or tails?
Heads.
Oh!
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Booyah!
That's it.
Booyah! Booyah!
Gerke gets to go first in question number 5. Could help here tonight in the quiz. Of course, people, we must do an oeuvre, a sense of this community. And I've missed it for so long. They didn't have one for so long, but people, don't you worry. It's finally back. Our good friends. We must know. We must.
Utah, Walsburg, Utah, Walsburg, Utah. A great place to visit, Walsburg, Utah.
9 views kicking our ass. 9 views kicking our ass. Here is a nice sense from a realtor YouTube, which is one of our favorites.
News was forced to
What
admit
the
that the
fuck
economy
is that? Oh, here we go. Here's a little. Yeah, that gets the blood going. Now you know what Walsburg's all about. This is our good friend Jacob Barlow. His stuff is always on the ready for our stuff. There's an old school. Look how beautiful it is. Come on now. Wide variety of music on this. Wide variety of music.
Extended in all directions. A little north there.
That's Spring Creek. That's right there in the middle, right there. Beautiful, beautiful. This one I thought was super weird. 10 Days Utah Camp Walsburg. Just these people singing on a deck from a distance. It's creeping me out. And then finally, who doesn't love a good moose? Who doesn't love a good moose getting sprayed by a sprinkler near a trampoline? That's Walsburg, people. Up in the mountains. Up in the mountains. Now we know what it's all about in Walsburg. I know you're all ready, primed and ready. First question goes to our friend Robert Gerke in the seat of Clayton. Gerke! I'm going to give you 4 options. 4 options. You knew about Walsburg, but did you know, dude? Did you know that it wasn't always called Walsburg? In fact, it had an original name that it changed to Walsburg. My question for you, all of these are real things in the area. These are all real in that valley region right there.
Right.
Which one is the real original name of Walsburg? Was it A, Round Valley? Was it B, Spring Creek? Was it C, Little Hubble? Or D, Maple Canyon? These are all actual things in the area. You got one lifeline or you raw dog it, my friend.
Rob, I gotta use my lifeline.
Gotta use
it. I feel like Round Valley is not close to it. I'm kind of torn between Little Hubble and Maple Canyon. What are your thoughts?
Can you think of anything in Utah that is associated with the name Hubble?
I think
other than potentially this.
I think the telescope can see us from here.
Oh, good point. He said it's something in the area. I feel like it's a red herring.
I think they're all things in the area, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I misspelled Hubble. It's sorry, real quick. Correction. H-O-B-B-L. Hobble. Hobble, not Hubble. Hobble.
Hobble.
Hobble. God damn it. Hobble. Sorry, good correction. Good point.
Got it. Little Hobble. All right.
I'm kind of leaning towards Spring Creek.
Okay, yeah. I think Spring Creek is always a good bet for an establishment, a town in a desert. That's where you put towns.
Let's rock and roll with Spring Creek.
Spring Creek! In this case, it's fun because you You done did it. Well, Rob kind of helped, but you done did it to yourself, my friend. That's what's so awkward. Oh, wait.
Got gurky. Got gurky.
You got gurky because you are gurky. You gurkied yourself.
It was a self-gurky.
It's a self-gurk. No points. Ryan, you can clean up. You also have Rob to talk about it. Spring Creek is off the table. A, C, or D?
I'm going to go Little Hobble.
Little Hubble. Hobble, not Hubble. Like, I'm just so into space and space talk, I put Hubble. You're going Little Hubble.
Got gurkied and.
Oh, sorry.
All aboard! Can I get an amen?
You're raw dogging it.
Raw dog.
The correct answer you'll be able to see on your screen when you read this weird, not a lot, guys, about Walsburg. Not a lot about the history of Walsburg. So I had to go. That's why I asked a question like this. And thanks to our friends at onlineutah.com, it was known as Round Valley. The cute little Round Valley, guys. Cute little Round Valley. Ugh, disappointing. Both of you starting off with no points. But Ryan Bradford, you can jump ahead with 1 full point here if you get this question right. Ryan, who do you see on your screen?
Mr. Walls.
Oh!
Herman Walls.
No, Ryan, you were so close. Of course, that is William Madison Walls. William Madison Walls, a new North Carolinian who joined up with the Mormons in Illinois. He was from a town called Rambus or something like this. And I guess he was a big dude, Ryan. He was a big dude. Got into fights and he was tough. And Joseph Smith called him the bully of Rambus or the wrestler of Rambus, whatever town he was from. Just a very imposing figure. Ryan, this guy comes out, settles in Utah. Then he's called to go to California and go on a mission, Ryan. A mission to Australia. That's where he goes on his mission. Comes back, of course, multiple wives, 31 children. Was known for creating the road between Utah, I think it was the Provo Canyon over to Walls, and then it was Round Valley. He created a road that went over there. He settled there. They called it Walls. He died working on this road at the age of 47. But Ryan, I said earlier that he went on a mission to Australia. He comes back, Ryan, proselytizes the shit out of Australia, brings back a bunch of LDS Mormons, gets off the boat in California, and there's a mob, Ryan. There's a mob. They want to hang
How'd they
him,
get
Ryan.
news?
I don't know.
How'd they get news of his return?
Not a lot going on out there. And why are they so pissed? I don't know. These Californians hate these Mormons, hate these proselytizing bastards. Gets off the boat. They want to hang him, Ryan. They want to hang him. But then, according to an unsourced Wikipedia page, Ryan, according to his Wikipedia page, the mob stopped and didn't hang him because of the following reason. Ryan, which one of these reasons is the real reason, according to Wikipedia, that the mob in California did not hang this man returning from Australia's an Australian mission? Ryan, was it A, he had just arrived? Couldn't do that to a guy who just arrived. We should hang him, but he just arrived. Don't hang him. B, he demonstrated a boomerang that he learned in Australia. The crowd loved it. C, he handed out 3 kangaroo skins, Ryan. You know, the crowd was just like, wow, they've never seen a kangaroo skin. And then D, they couldn't find a noose, Ryan. Couldn't find a noose. Ryan, which was one of the reasons, according to Wikipedia, that William Madison Walls was not hanged by this crowd, this mob?
Rob Nielsen.
I really like 2 of these answers. But I just, they couldn't find a noose is calling to me.
That was calling to me too. And I'm glad that you have that affirmation. So I'm gonna go D.
D.
They couldn't find a noose.
Buddy, you have asked Rob to be your lifeline, meaning that you are hanging your correct answer on his suggestion. And let's just say you couldn't find a noose because... So sorry, couldn't find a noose is not the correct answer. Gurky, you have Rob, but you also have the options of just A, B, and C.
Rob, what was the other one that you liked? You said you liked two of them.
Oh, the one that I liked two other ones. I really like he demonstrated a boomerang and he handed out 3 kangaroo skins.
He's supposed to be.
I really like both of those because both of them sound like Schlegel would have made them up.
Yeah.
But I don't believe. I think of those two. I think kangaroo skins is more likely.
Really?
What do you want to make an argument?
Well, I mean, if you hang a guy, then you can just take his kangaroo skins.
Ah.
I mean, I'm a practical person in that regard.
I appreciate that.
I mean, that's fair.
If I have 3 kangaroo skins, I know where Gerke lays. Just hang the son of a bitch.
I almost just like he had just arrived. Like I just kind of like, oh, you just got here? Well, enjoy your stay, but keep an eye out over your shoulder.
Maybe that's a shorthand for the explanation of they actually thought maybe a trial was in order first.
Yeah. I mean, the boomerang is. I just can't imagine him throwing a boomerang and they're all going, "Oh, wow!"
No, absolutely not.
Have you ever seen a boomerang?
And then 3 kangaroo skins. That just doesn't seem. Like I said, yeah. Let's go with A.
Hey, we go to the Wikipedia page. Of course, the mob had to let him go because he just arrived.
Booyah! Oh my God.
Not cited.
Nice work.
Not cited. Just someone wrote that, and we're all going with it. 0.5. Good.
Kind of news, though. Great answer.
Yeah.
Nothing to be ashamed of picking that.
Yeah.
That was just pure Schlegel genius.
Yeah, trying to throw you off on that one. Very reminds me of like Blazing Saddles or something. Very mob scene. Like, oh, we can't hang him because I don't know why they're British of some sort. Oh my goodness gracious, Gerke, you just got 0.5. You can extend your lead even more, buddy, by getting this next question correct. The next question has to do with, of all things, get this, Walsburg. Can't believe it. Gerke, this is a perfect question for you. You're a newsman, according to some lefty rags.
Arguably.
Buddy, do you remember why Walsburg made the headlines a couple of years ago? Has to do with elections.
Oh, did they have one of those elections and ended in a tie and they had to do a card draw or a coin toss?
I know that would be rad. I wish it was. Gerke, no, this was actually, in fact, that the recorder for Walsburg had forgotten to actually do their diligence and post and record that there was an election. So the election was then deemed, the Utah State said that you can't do it. You didn't go by the laws. You were supposed to post 30, 60 days in advance, and they didn't. So the council that was already there had to decide by just reappointing themselves. But it made the headlines, I guess, in 2013. I don't remember this. But my question for you, Gerg, is how many times did the recorder office fail to record where they got a big slap on the wrist? My question for you, Gerke, how many elections in a row did this recorder forget to record the elections, leading to a void election of the Walsburg council and mayor? Because they actually have 4 council seats and a mayor. Gerke, did the recorder's office forget to do it 2 times in a row, 3 times, 4 times, or 5 times until the Utah State stepped in and said, enough is enough?
Wow, that's a good one. Man, going above and beyond here. So I think because city elections are only every 2 years, I kind of am torn between 3 and 4, but man, I think I got to go 3. Seems like they get them out of there after one election.
Raw dog in this. You're raw dog.
All aboard. Oh, it is raw dog.
And you're going with B, three elections. Oh my God. It's just so sad to see this happen to a guy who tries his hardest.
Got Gerke. Got Gerke. Got Gerke.
You Gerked yourself. You Gerked yourself, fool. 3's off the table, Ryan. 2, 4, or 5. How many elections in a row did the recorder's office fuck it up?
I'm bummed that 3 elections didn't work out because sounds really close to 311. Everybody's favorite band. I'm gonna say 4. I was wavering between 2 and 4, but I think I'm gonna go 4.
4. Well, you should have maybe listened to Gurky a little bit more. He was on the right track. This was a question to really kind of throw you guys off. It was only 2. It was only 2. 2 elections in the state said get out of here. I guess it apparently went pretty wide. There's a whole Trib article in 2015 about it.
I kind of feel like if somebody's that bad at doing their job, they should be on this show.
Mike, we should have had them ask the question.
He's an honorary schlubby boy.
Oh my God. That's totally, it's like me and my quiz questions. Hat, Goddard, Hubble. I mean, me and this recorder are right on the same page. Ryan, let's see if you can record a point because you got none so far, my friend. I'm going to give you an opportunity by checking out this video regarding a thing I had no idea existed, Ryan, but maybe you knew about it. I didn't know about it. This is in Walsburg.
Right? Yeah. But antique power equipment, tractors at Lagoon, and you turn the crank.
Ryan, there is this.
Oh, obviously. Yes, I know about this.
You know about this. We've been in Utah. This was not too far from where we grew up, Ryan. But there is this whole thing called the Richard W. Erickson Foundation Antique and Classic Power Museum, keeping history alive. Look at this giant swath of crap, Ryan. Apparently, the original dude was a big collector. When he passed away, a foundation was created. People who liked his collection added to it with their collection, and it's now a nonprofit museum, Ryan, that you can go and check out all sorts of stuff. They have a whole building from North Temple, Salt Lake City, an old shoe shop, Ryan. They hauled it up there. Old buildings are up there, tractors, stuff from Lagoon, Pioneer Village. I mean, tons of stuff, Ryan. Tons of stuff. You can go up there pretty much any time and buy a ticket and go walk around. Stuff you never knew existed in Utah. But Ryan, I was drawn to the events. They have an event page and the upcoming events. Ryan, one of these is real. The other are made up. Ryan, which event is coming in August of 2024 to this lot out in Walsburg? All right, you ready, buddy?
Yes.
Which one of these is a real event coming in August 2024? Is it A, the Utah Constitution Party Conference? B, Utah Ham Radio Convention? C, Boomerfest, not Bomberfest. Again, classic Schleg flub. Utah Steampunk Fair. Ryan, which one of these is real? Utah Constitution Party. I don't know if you remember them, Ryan. They're the party you always see on a Utah ballot way at the bottom that somehow always is on the ballot. Some sort of political group. Are they having their conference there? Ham radios. You know these, Ryan. They love junk like this. Is it ham radio time? Is it Boomerfest, not bomb, like boomers, like from the 50s, you know, the generation? Or steampunks? Are they having their fair up there with all the junk that they love? You have Lifeline and Rob.
I think I might raw dog this.
All aboard.
I feel good about
Can I get
Utah. It seems just like Utah Steampunk Fair. D.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Well, you took a big Utah steam in your pants, buddy. D is off the table. Gurky, you got A, B, or C. What's coming to the amazing, weird Power? Power is an interesting way to phrase it. Museum up there in Walsburg.
Yeah. Well, so political parties have to have their conference well before August. So I'm going to toss that one out. That gives me a 50-50. Boomberfest sounds really fun.
God damn it. Boomer.
It almost sounds like Oktoberfest. Maybe it just starts a little early. But you know what? I think I'm going to go with the Ham Radio Convention.
Ham Radio Convention. Let's go ahead and look at the screen and look how I don't know how to spell things. Should have been a dead giveaway, Girk. Whenever I flub, well, that's actually not true. Sometimes when I don't copy and paste is when
I thought you would have copied.
Wasn't
it.
wasn't
that
Boomerfest in Camas last year?
That's right, Rob. I thought that would have been a trick.
Didn't I learn this from this show?
You're exactly right that we have had a Boomerfest question before. Your lifeline would have helped you in this case. I thought that would have been something to sniff out. We have talked about Boomerfest. I love Boomerfest. And maybe we should all go to Boomerfest live on the street. Don't worry, Girk. You don't beat yourself too much, bud, because you got the coin flip. That means you got to go first. And your question has to do with this. I couldn't get enough of it. Wicked show lambs. That's right. Girk, are you familiar with show lambs at all? Do you know Wicked show lambs?
No.
Whoa, you know what? Buddy, these are breeders of beautiful lambs. They go to different state parks and state festivals.
Oh, I go to Only Lambs.
What?
It's a different thing. It's a different thing. Same concept.
Got it. Okay. Well, that makes so much sense. Buddy, this is all the fancified breeders of lambs getting the big winners. They have I was so excited. I went to the Wall of Fame, but it's coming soon. It's not there yet. But they did have this whole page on sires, which I believe is the male term for show lambs. Is that right, Rob? Or anyone who knows animals? Sires? Is that right?
I believe that's correct.
So I went to their page, and on the sires page, they have a list of their favorite they've ever had and how great these things are. I picked 5 of them. Gerke, I'm going to show you a page of 5 sire lambs. You're going to have to match the names to the photos, okay?
Can I just clarify? These would be show rams, I believe.
Why are they called sire? I don't know why they.
Okay, let's do it.
Don't dodge ram. Don't dodge this ram. Dodge ram this. All right, people. Here's the deal. 5 worth 1 full point each, Gerke. Worth 1 full point each that you get right. Ryan can steal for 0.5 for each one you don't get right. Here's your screen. You got the name Dress Code, Swipe Right, Showboat, Timeshare, and Tyrant. You have a lifeline. Tell me where to place the name. I can zoom in on any of these if you need a bigger, and if you need to see like this one, for example. Wow, that's not going to work really well, is it, right?
Rob, I need to go to my lifeline here. I have some thoughts.
Oh man. All right.
So I think that top left looks like Tyrant because that looks like that's a big ass ram. But the bottom right looks pretty big too. Oh, actually, wait. Hang on just a second. That's a child in the like middle one. Huh?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Because all these other guys look like they're trying to get this ram to fillet them, but that other one looks like it's head high.
What else do you do with a ram?
Yeah, it's all about the flesh. That's what you're paying
that's
for.
That's the benefits of getting a ram.
So I think that one's Tyrant because look, that's like shoulder high on that grown human. I think
this one right here, the bottom right. Well, I would say I do. I'm not. I just want to give you a fair chance. I think. Let's see, which one is this? Okay, so that looks like a child to me.
Oh, maybe.
And I think that just to be fair, this is an adult person. And then that is an adult. The other two are kids.
And they don't have a frame of reference on the top left one.
Yeah, on the top.
Thank you.
Just, I feel like to be fair, because it's so zoomed in.
All right. Well, that probably changes my mind, I think. You changed my mind. Rob, you think top left is Tyrant or bottom right?
I mean, I think bottom right. Yeah, right. Bottom right is Tyrant. Yeah.
All right, let's stick with that. And then I kind of feel like Showboat is the one that's filleting the dude in cargo shorts.
So cargo
putting on a show.
Putting on a show.
Putting on a show. That's fair.
Well, and it's got the freshly shorn. It's like for some reason I don't want it to be this one, but I think Swipe Right might be the other one with a child.
So the top.
Well, top middle.
You think Rob, that's timeshare?
Do you disagree on that one? No, I think that's swipe right.
Yeah, swipe right on that one.
And then dress code might be the top left, and then timeshare.
Yeah, I think that's 100% right. I think you got them all right.
100% right. 5
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's exactly right, I think.
All
there
right.
any bonus?
This is it. This is what you want, right? Okay.
I mean, yes.
For 1 full point each, Ryan can steal for 0.5 for each one you get wrong. The first one, top left, we'll go in clockwise, starting at top left, where you put dress code. Is that dress code? Oh no, that's not dress code. The next one.
At least one more.
The next one, is this swipe right? Is this swipe right? Is the one having a grand old time in those cargo shorts? Is that Showboat? That's right, that's Showboat. So you got at least 1 full point. The next one, the kid in the blue jacket taking on Big Old Tyrant. Big Old Tyrant. Is that Tyrant for 1 full point? Will tell us if he's right. Oh, no. That means this one is this timeshare. That's right. Gert gets 2 points out of it. 2.5. Oh, boy. So Tyrant's gone. Ryan, you heard them talk about it. What do you think is what, my friend? What do you think is what? Try to get some points out of this.
Oh, I think I'm going to go Tyrant upper left.
Okay.
Next to Tyrant, I'm going to do dress code.
Dress code.
And then the other one, swipe right.
To get 1.5 max out of this to make it a squeaker for the final one is the top left right for Tyrant. That's right. It's Tyrant is the next one. Dress code. That's right. And the last one, swipe right. Ryan, you got 3 possible right. Way to go, you guys. Gerke, your initial instinct was Tyrant.
People say what they will about Bradford, but he knows his sires.
I've been filleted by many ago, so I know their names.
He knows how to judge a sire by getting its head right in the crotch and then going from there. Wow. Blown away, you guys. Way to go from the fine people at Wicked Show Lambs. What a website, by the way. This is all for the money. 2 points. Time to write something down. We're doing Price is Right. People, Price is Right. Get ready to write something down. Tell me when you guys are ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ryan's ready. Kirk, you ready?
Yeah, sir. Let's do it.
As you guys know, I love city websites, especially ones that have not a lot to do, but I love a consolidated fee schedule. And this week I went right to it. Gentlemen, I love looking at the different weird fees, and I couldn't help but noticing the section on their fee schedule that's entitled Miscellaneous Town Fines. Miscellaneous Town Fines. And there were only 2. And they were the exact same amount. So 2, exact same amount, miscellaneous town fines. This is a Price is Right style. Don't go over. Gentlemen, I'm going to give you the 2 fines with the exact same amount. You've got to write down how much that fine is without going over. The 2 fines are as such. A, miscellaneous town fines. Is it? The first one is non-official use of dumpsters. And then the second one is unauthorized motor vehicle use at town facilities. These are the exact same amount of fine. Non-official use of dumpsters. Official use of dumpsters, no fine. Non-official use of dumpsters, the same amount of fine as unauthorized motor vehicle use at town facility. I don't know what that means. Like you drive through you're showboating in the middle of the night, you get a fine. Ryan and Gurky, let me know when you've written something down. The exact same fine. Price is right. Gurky?
I got mine.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Gurky, you came into this in first place with 2.5. Ryan had 1.5. That means you go first in this.
So I think an average night for me in Wallsburg is I'm going to use non-official dumpsters or take non-official dumps. and then I'm going to get back in my unauthorized motor vehicle and drive to another dumpster. And those three together will cost me $69 at 23 a pop.
69. Wow. So you're thinking $23. $23.
Yeah, I'm budgeting $69 for the entire night.
I love it. You got money to burn when it's $23. Bradford,
for my two unofficial dumps.
Your two unofficial dumps in your vehicle unauthorized. You're unauthorized in a town facility. Bradford, what do you got? What do you think the fines? Both of them the same. What do you think the fine is? What do you think it costs?
I mean, the city needs to feed all those goats.
Oh,
so it's maybe a little more than. So I did 169.
169. I love it. I love it. Jeremy, do you have a chance to write something down?
Yeah, I just went for the classic 69.
Classic 69. Classic. Rob, what do you got, buddy?
I went 99.
99. Well, I'm going to tell you this. The person who wins is actually one of the people playing the game. Of course, that last question was worth 2 full points. I don't know if you all understand the severity of what you're getting yourself involved in when you dump when you're not supposed to dump and drive when you're not supposed to drive. Those fees are actually fucking $500. Ryan Bradford, you're the winner of this week's Utah Cities quiz. You squeaked ahead right at the very end, my friend. Gurky went too low. You didn't go over. You are this week's Utah Cities quiz, my friend. You're the winner.
Felt pretty good. I thought he was over. That's why I will never dump in Wallsburg.
Don't dump in Wallsburg, Kirk.
Mark my words.
That's a grand. That's a grand, baby.
Just wear a diaper in Wallsburg. That should be the town's motto.
All right.
Big government.
Big government ruining another bureaucracy, ruining the wonderful things in life. Gentlemen, thank you for playing Utah Cities quiz. We are going to go to a music break. That's the end of KTRD. But we come back with KTRD Sports. KTRD Sports, we come back with the TV draft. We got to catch up Girk and Ryan, the two new coaches entering the arena. And then Jeremy's going to make his picks because Clayton couldn't figure out how to use the goddamn internet in 2024. He's going to go last in the 80s and 90s. So get ready. Sure. We're going to catch Gurky and Ryan up on the 60s and 70s. They're going to take your scraps, Jeremy. And then they're going to go first, and you're going to take their scraps on the 80s. We'll be right back after one song. It's just going to be, we're going to do 2 minutes, just 2 minutes of this song. Again, theme tonight, super in quotation. So the song title has to have super. This is from the great electronic artist Kano. The song is, of course, Super Extra Sexy Sign. Talking about the zodiac signs, people. This is Kano, Super Extra Sexy Sign. Just take 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Hey, brother, from the way.
Kano, super extra sexy side off of Kano's greatest hits. Who can't get enough of Kano? People, thanks for watching KTRD. It's time to go to the one and only KTRD Sports, a presentation of KTRD Sports. Poly Blend is a presentation of KTRD Sports. That's right, everybody. Welcome to a presentation of KTRD Sports. We go over to our main journalist. Our main journalist here, of course, the award-winning doctorate of made-up TV themes himself. It's time to go to our friend, the reporter for the TV theme. It's time to go to Bert.
Oh my God. It's Bert Turking here. Bert Turking here, back for another edition of the TV theme draft. To catch up on last week, we had, of course, the unbelievable Jeremy Matthews, the coach, who, goddamn, I don't like him, but damn, do I respect him. Coach Jeremy is in the seat. He has picked a bunch from the 60s and 70s, his favorite, 1 and 2. From the 60s and 70s, Clayton Scribner, who's currently facing deportation from the state of Oregon, the first person to be deported from the state of Oregon to another state in about 30 years. He is indisposed at the moment, but we have time to introduce our 2 new coaches for this game. You remember him from the Thanksgiving draft. We're re-bringing Ryan Bradford. Coach Ryan Bradford is here. Let's go to a quick press conference with Ryan Bradford. Ryan, this is this is Bert Turking, Ryan Bradford.
Yo.
Ryan Bradford here. Questions, how are you feeling? What's it like to be back in the seat?
Very excited. Very excited. I did admit a flub, a failure in my own character earlier in the show when I said I wasn't very familiar with the 70s. So I don't know what that does to my reputation, but I'm here to win it.
Well, Ryan, it sounds like a true wishy-washy kind of guy. That kind of indecisiveness might hurt you out on the gridiron. And introducing for the first time ever into the pantheon of TV drafts and playoffs, Coach Gerke. Coach Gerke, you there with us?
Yeah, man, right here, man.
All right, what are your thoughts? What are you expecting out of drafting the 60s, 70s, and 80s TV themes?
This is what I've been preparing for my entire life. I know the 70s better than any of these mofos. Like I have been training for this since I was born, and so like let's do this. I'm a little disappointed with the low seed, but you know. Oh, also, Bert, my you played football with my grandpa. He told me to tell you hi.
Are you serious? That old son of a bitch. I gotta tell you some stories out at Lake Tahoe. Well, maybe I should say them on the air.
He said that always with you with towels and stuff.
Oh boy, they don't let you get away with the stuff we did back then. I'll just say that. Let's get back to it, people. It's time. It's time to let Coach Ryan and Coach Gerke get their scraps of what's left over from the 70s and 60s. Ryan Schlegel, take it away.
Wow, I happened to just be talking to in a microphone, not at the same time as Bert was. It was just a weird coincidence. People, that's right. We got to catch up Coach Ryan and Coach Gerke up to things. Let's look at it real quick. So this is what Clay and Jeremy got out of the 60s. So it is time for you guys to pick the scraps, and we can listen to them if we need to, but we need to, first of all, go to a coin flip because we got to see who is going to go first in this scraps of the 60s and 70s. Gerke, you won the coin flip last time, but Ryan, guess what? You won the cities quiz. I'm going to let you go because I think you actually won. Is that right, Ryan? Did you win the original
the
Thanksgiving one?
Turkey, the Thanksgiving draft?
But I think you did. So, my friend, let us go to it. Let's use our friends. Do you want old school or do you want new penny?
I'm gonna go new penny.
New penny, buddy. Do you want heads or tails?
I'm gonna do tails.
Achievement unlocked. Menu.
Ryan, not a good start in this amazing draft. Of course, we are drafting TV themes. We're going from each decade. Eventually, we'll have a playoffs. But let's get these guys off the board. You see, they took Hawaii 5-0, Gilligan's Island, Batman in Mission Impossible. Gerke, You get to go first because Ryan fucked it up for himself.
Just a quick recap.
Yeah.
Clayton gave me a lot of shit for picking Batman, and then he picked Gilligan's Island. So
That's
just
true.
throwing that out.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy, your thoughts? I mean, are you happy now you see it again of your 60s pick?
No regrets. I feel like I got the best too,
Hey,
like
you went first.
That's what I got, the team I wanted. I didn't even, Hawaii 5-0, that's a formidable opponent, but I'm happy with my team.
I like your team too, buddy. I think you got a real shot here. Real shot. All right, let's go to it. Gurky, you have an opportunity here to pick yours of what's left in the scraps. What do you want? Let me show you the list here again. What you got left over: I Dream of Jeannie, Perry Mason, Star Trek, 60s themes. That's not what I'm supposed to say. Bonanza, Beverly Hillbillies, Addams Family, Bewitched, Mr. Ed. You also have Twilight Zone and Get Smart. Gurky, do you need to hear any of these, or do you feel confident? Let me know when your draft pick is in.
Still some good stuff on the board for you, Gurky.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think that you guys with Hawaii 5-0 and Mission Impossible kind of nailed it. But let's can I hear Get Smart real quick?
Absolutely.
And then I want to hear Bonanza, and then I think I'm ready to make it.
Let us hear Get Smart, the hit comedy show from the 60s, an iconic theme. Let us hear that one. Got a sense of it there. And then you wanted to hear, what was the other one?
Bonanza.
Oh, man. Bonanza.
Yeah.
Bonanza. Here's Bonanza. Damn. Those are two good ones.
I like it better with the lyrics where it's like, hey kids, it's time for motherfucking Bonanza. Time for motherfucking Bonanza on TV. Bonanza on TV. Motherfucking Bonanza on TV.
I got to remember to find the alt versions, Girk. I forgot about these. Girk.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Beverly Hillbillies.
Beverly Hill. He wasn't even asking to listen to it.
We all know it. It's a classic. That's why I'm going with it.
My God.
Listen to a story about a man named
Jeremy, my question for you, did you even contemplate Beverly Hillbillies at any point?
Did I contemplate picking it?
Yeah.
When I had my options on the table? No. But I mean, it's definitely, if you're a deeper pick, sometimes you got to go for something with character.
Absolutely. Ryan.
Charm. It's kind of an epic theme.
Ryan, did you at all contemplate? Are you mad? Or are you fine with this?
Well, I mean, kind of listening to it now, I'm a little mad, but
to have a heap and helping of their hospitality.
Actually, no, I'm not. Not mad.
Yeah, it's kind of long and tedious when it comes down to it. But,
Coach,
but it's all like I could see someone. You got a panel voting in these things.
Yep.
Someone's feeling like the Joker, and they're like, "Oh, look at this funny meme." Track,
it's true. It's true.
It's not a bad pick, even if I personally wouldn't.
You wouldn't even touch it. I know you wouldn't touch it. All right,
I
Ryan.
just have class, Schlegel.
It's true. You're a classy man. You're on the clock, Ryan. Your first draft pick of this TV themed draft. You have options. Do you need to hear any of these? Where are you at, my friend? Are you ready?
I mean, I know what I want to do, but I just want to hear it because it's a great song.
Okay.
I want to do Star Trek.
Oh, I'm blown away this hasn't been picked yet. Blown away. I think it's to boldly go, but no man has been before. This is actually kind of the newer one. There it is. I can't. This would have been probably one of the two I picked, but I'm also a dork. Rob, producer Rob, we haven't heard your thoughts. Are you blown away? You're a big Trekkie head. You can't believe that this went this far in the draft without getting picked up?
Yeah, I'm pretty offended that it took this long, but look, I'm glad somebody got there.
It's true. It's true.
I'm glad somebody got there. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Ryan, you got Star Trek. Can't believe it was on the board. Gurky, time to really pick it up, my friend. This is it, my friend. I mean, this is all that's left. All that's left out of the 60s.
I got to tell you, that was a pretty solid pick. I was hoping it might slip. So I've got Beverly Hillbillies, which is a little bit gimmicky. I kind of took a risk there. I thought you were going to pick Addams Family.
Ooh.
I do like motherfucking Bonanza.
And I really want to say really quickly, if there's some theme that's not up here, God knows I probably missed how many. We can always pull up something you want. But
I was kind of thinking the Andy Griffith Show, but that was the 50s.
That was the 50s. It's about when it started. Thank you for clarifying. It's a good point to clarify. The decade in which the show started.
Yeah, so I'm in a coin toss now between Bonanza and the Addams Family, and I don't really like either one of them. The creepy and the creepy. Hey kids, it's time. Kind of a bop.
Yep. I mean, so good they used it in the movie in the 90s. I think they still use it, you know? It's pretty good.
I don't have an aversion. Harpsichord gives me hives. I'm gonna go with Bonanza.
Going with Bonanza. His pick is in. He goes with it from the Old West. Put its time for a decade. I mean, it was a long-running show. It does what it needs to. It has been drafted here on this amazing TV draft day. You can't believe it.
Hey, kids, it's time for motherfucking Bonanza. It's time for motherfucking Bonanza on TV. Motherfucking Bonanza. Bonanza on TV.
Here it is. Ryan, you're closing out the 60s, my friend. Closing out the 60s. You will be the last pick of the 1960s draft. Everything else will be left in the dust, never to move on to this new century, this new world of TikTok where this will go viral at some point. Ryan, it's your pick.
Can I hear the Bewitched theme? Okay, yeah, that's what I want.
Oh my God! Bewitched! He twitches his nose and it comes true. All right, that's I Dream of Jeannie. Or is that Bewitched? I can't remember.
No, I think it's Bewitched.
I think it's Bewitched.
No. Well, yeah, twitching the nose is Bewitched.
Okay, twitching the nose.
The head bob.
The head bob. It's so similar. Ryan going with Bewitched. I can't believe it. Let's just take a moment. You guys, no one picked up the goddamn Twilight Zone theme.
I know.
I was very close.
Twilight Zone both go unpicked. I did not see that coming.
I did not see that.
What a draft.
Yeah.
What a draft. You are now entering the TV theme draft. A twisted, sick mind of the people of Polyester Blend. Okay, people, my God.
Like, is the Beverly Hillbillies going to win something that the Twilight Zone and the Addams Family couldn't? No. Like, it's just a garbage pick, Gurky. I'm sorry.
God. It's already out. The shit talking has begun. I there's going to be a format and there's going to be options later on. I can't wait. I can't wait for the playoffs to begin.
So I was very close to picking Twilight Zone, but and it's so iconic, but is it an enjoyable song to listen to?
Well, no, that's why I picked Beverly Hillbillies. I just listen to that damn concert.
I just throw that on my car stereo whenever I'll just listen to nothing but that the whole.
It's a great question though, Ryan, because you said, is it enjoyable to listen to? Because did we ever describe that as a part of the rules?
I guess, but from Bradford's thinking about it, from if I'm in a competition going head to head,
yeah,
and people don't like the song,
yeah,
but I feel like the song has positive memories associated with the show, so I still feel like
I feel like in terms of 60s themes, I really go for the themes that tell a story. Obviously, like if you've never seen the show, you're jumping in at season 4. You know all about a man named Jed, and or you know about the talking horse.
It's like
or you know that they're creepy
previously
and they're
on
kooky.
things we have now set to song.
Yep.
Hello, I'm
but they
Mr.
didn't have
Ed.
to change it in 4 years because they didn't change anything in
True.
A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course.
I might have done Mr. Ed. I might have done Star Trek Mr.
Mr.
Ed.
Ed's kind of a banger.
I kind of love it. Of course he's a horse. Of course a horse.
A lot of good stuff on the table.
Could you imagine being that guy, Jeremy, when you're like, fuck, I got to write this theme for a horse? Of course I have. Of course. A horse. Of course a horse. Just amazing. Ah, what a time to be alive. Wow, people. By the way, it said 70s themes at the top. Totally fucked that up. It actually was 60s themes. 60s themes. So that actually brings us to our next thing. Reset, everybody. Reset. It's time to be burnt out from the hope and the dreams of the 60s. It's time to set into the drug-riddled landscape of the 70s. Ryan, because you lost the coin flip last time, Gurky goes second. You go first in these fair 70s choices. And you were mentioning earlier, you feel like you're lost, you're out to sea, kind of like Gilligan's Island with that. But why is that showing up like that? Oh, Ryan, just so you guys can see, even though it's not showing up the way I fucking want it to show up. That's why. Ryan and Gurky, just to catch up, this is what Clay and Jeremy picked for the 70s. You, of course, will be getting the scraps of this. Ryan will be on the clock first to pick up the rest of the 70s scraps. Ryan, you are now on the clock, my friend. What is going to be your pick from the remaining 1970 songs? We have these here. Welcome Back, Kotter, Three's Company, Happy Days, Love Boat, WKRP in Cincinnati, Partridge Family, The Facts of Life, Good Times, All in the Family, and also The Odd Couple, Sanford and Son, and Mary Tyler Moore Show. Now, again, Ryan, you said you did your research or maybe you looked into it. Is there some theme that you found that you wanted more than this, or is there something from the board?
I think I know my two that I would ideally want. And the
one.
first,
you're doing one.
Yeah, doing one. I know. I remember being shocked that no one picked Happy Days last time, so I'm gonna do Happy Days.
Wow, I think that was the one. I agree. When I was setting all this up again, I was like, shit, Happy Days? Now it's funny because it's like a 50 song, but you know, in the 70s. Ryan, did you grow up watching the reruns of Happy Days?
No. And I grew up watching the video to Buddy Holly.
Yes. From Rivers Cuomo. Weezer Pepper.
Spike Jones directed it.
That's a great video. We all know what the deal is with that video. We all know what the deal is. Jeremy, at any point were you contemplating Happy Days when you were in the 70s draft?
It's a solid pick, but it wasn't quite up there with what I was looking at. But
interesting.
I think it's a good pick. You know, you never know. Could get some surprise wins.
Gurky, you pissed off that you didn't get first time and then you lost off on Happy Days? Or are you fine with it?
I'm okay with it, but it puts me in a bit of a bind because I've got 3 that I want.
What are the 3?
And you know what? Three's Company.
That one's already taken, isn't that one?
No, Three's Company is still on. Well, I thought it was. Oh, no, it is. Did I? Sorry.
No, I just mentioned that I thought it was a travesty that didn't get picked.
Yeah, okay,
time.
okay. So it's there.
That's what you guys are remembering.
Yeah, because it's thank you, Rob.
It was when I heard it, I didn't think the recording was quite as tight as I remembered it, so I picked something else. But I was pretty close to Three's Company. Not to give Gurky any
sway or push. Yeah,
into his next.
All right. So I think let's. Can I listen to WKRP?
Absolutely, WKRP. Here we go.
You've ever wondered whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, WKRP.
The second verse is where he
Got
sells it.
kind of tired of packing and unpacking. Town to town, up and down the dial. Maybe you and me were never meant to be. Just maybe think of me once in a while.
I'm thinking motherfucking WKRP Cincinnati.
It's a very good one. And then in case you need to listen to this one, let's see if this will play for me. It might not. Might be broken. Whoa. It's loading. Hold on. Are we still? Let's see if we're still on the air. I think we're still going.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are hers and hers.
And that's of course the Three's Company one. Oh, Girk. I mean, I'm not jealous of your position. Not jealous.
Kidding me? Oh no, I took WKRP. No,
Oh,
I
you
wasn't
already, that was already locked in. All right, locked in.
Sorry.
You're fine. WKRP. This guy is going right where his instincts take him. Whew. Ryan, is that something you were contemplating, or was that not even close to what you were doing for your second?
No.
What do you got?
May I hear the Mary Tyler Moore Show?
Absolutely, my friend. One of those. I wasn't.
For the record, Ryan asked to hear Mary Tyler Moore last week too.
It's true. It's
But
true.
no shame in that. Just
point. He's been.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Who can turn the world on with a smile?
Not super familiar with that one. Not super.
Okay, no. Let's not do that one.
Okay.
All in the Family. Can I hear that one more
Absolutely.
time? Or one time?
All in the family, which is a big deal.
Songs that made the hit parade.
Now this is definitely not the actual version. Hold on, I feel bad.
Yes. No, okay, I just needed to be reminded.
Okay.
And this is another one like the Twilight Zone, because I feel like it's so iconic and like entrenched in people's memories that could be a benefit, but it's not like a fun song to listen to.
From Television City.
Oh.
Songs that made
But-
the hit parade.
So what are you thinking, my friend?
But I'm gonna do it. All in the Family.
Wow! I know what you mean. It makes sense to pick it. But will it hold up? I mean, it's all about the competition you get for it. Because that's what we saw with the Thanksgiving. Is there were things I thought were a sure moving forward gonna happen, but if you get the right competition, and I'm gonna say you're gonna lose a little bit of control. It's not gonna be a 1-2. It's gonna be, you're gonna have to kind of fight for where yours get placed. So just think about that. It's not just 2 versus 1. It's going to be a little bit more complicated than that. So
I think it's interesting because I think that Happy Days and All in the Family were both CBS shows, and so they had to crossover shows now and then.
That's right.
I think Archie Bunker showed up on a Happy Days. So this is kismet. This is like a synergy you've created here.
Ryan knows it. He did it. Gerke acknowledges
Obviously, yes, I'm very smart and knew that.
The respect on the gridiron from one guy to another. All right, for the final pick of the 70s, the last one to ever be picked from the 70s. Gerke, you're on the clock.
Can I look at Jefferson's got taken? Clayton took it? Is that right?
Yes, Jefferson's was
Clayton
Jeremy.
didn't take it.
Oh, you took
Clayton
it?
took some bullshit and gave it to me in the second pick.
I know. You picked Jefferson's number 1 overall. You got Laverne and Shirley.
No, I picked it number 1.
Oh, did I place it wrong? Oh, okay.
Clayton was first pick.
No,
I picked it. It was first round. I'm just saying, whatever Clayton picked was not as good as the Jeffersons. I can't even remember what it was.
I have a request? It's not on the list.
Yeah.
Can you pull up Different Strokes?
Okay, but wait, was Different Strokes a 70s show?
It was.
It was? I'm blown away.
Yeah, premiered 1978.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you
may not be right in some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two, they got nothing but the genes. They got different strokes and takes.
Different strokes. Different strokes for you and me. I don't know the song. Holy shit, that's a good one, Gurk. That's a good one.
All right. And
I mean, it's not
for my
Alan
money,
Thicke's best theme.
for my money, the best song of the 70s is still on the board. It's the Barney Miller theme that I made you listen to last time.
Oh shit, you're right. That one is seriously very good. I was blown away by this one. Let us listen to it.
Fuck it, let's do it, Barney Miller.
Barney Miller! Holy shit! Boom, bam, boom, bam, but no. I mean, this is actually the best song of the 70s. Like, you're right, just by itself. Woo! I love it. Gurky, you are now looking at your. Hold on, let me get this so it's right. This is what you're moving on to the playoffs with. I want you to just really just soak it in. You are going, I think, heavy jam. Well, I mean, the WKRP is still kind of a theme there.
It's a slow jam.
It's a slow jam.
It's smooth jazz.
Your thoughts here before we go on to the 80s. Your thoughts before we go on to the 80s.
Mine?
Yep.
I feel great about this.
Feel great about it?
I feel like I could have taken Barney. I could have taken different strokes and still mopped the floor with these motherfuckers. Even with Bonanza and Beverly Hillbillies. Let's get on. Get it on.
Bart Turking here, Gurky. Real quick, funny story about the Barney Miller theme. I was there the night it was written. We had just gotten some of the freshest opium from the Vietnam War. They had brought it over the ocean. We were just laying back, grooving to a sound we couldn't hear. Then that song came out, and let's just say I get royalty paychecks to this day. Ryan Bradford. Yes, Gurky.
Oh, Bert, was that the night that there was a mob that met you at the port, and they were going to hang you, but they couldn't find a noose, and also you had just arrived?
Let's just say I had some of the finest kangaroo shawls on that night, and I showed all the mobsters. And let me just say that it was a cool, calm night. Also, putting on
How are your boomerang skills, Burnt?
Not so good. I'll just say this: when it comes to ex-wives, they usually leave, but they don't come back. I'll just say that when it comes to the boomerang. Eesh. Ryan Bradford, are you there?
I'm here. Yes.
Ryan, you saw what you got out of the 70s and 60s. How do you feel going against the other competition?
I feel pretty good. I feel very good. Yeah, scratch that. I feel very good.
Sounds like a confident SOB. I feel good, kind of good, very good. Yeah, we all buy it, Ryan. We all buy it. No time to waste. Just want to say this entire program is brought to you by the fine people over at Marlboro Cigarettes. They are offering short, medium, long, and full-on cigar cigarettes now. So go ahead, get yourself a pack of Marlboros and light up and enjoy Polyester Blend. Let's go back. It's time for the 80s. Ryan Schlegel, take it away.
Thank you, Bert. Thank you, Bert, my friend. It's time, everyone. It's time for the 80s, and this is where Ryan and Gurky going to go first. Jeremy is going to clean up the sloppies, but he doesn't have to worry because Clayton's ultimately going to get the sloppies of the sloppies. And I'm just going to say sloppies more and more. That's not gross. All right, here's the deal. We are going to do the 80s. It's time for the 80s. You guys have not seen this, but don't worry. I definitely have them all ready to go. So I have a bunch of 80s opportunities. We must do a coin flip, though, and to see who goes first. Who was it? Ryan, you went first and you failed. That means, Gurky, you got to go first in the coin flip.
Cheers.
No, wait, hold on. You got to do the coin flip first to see who goes first.
Cheers.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll get there. Do you want Tiny Penny or do you want the old school?
Old school did me right the first time, but let's go tails.
Tails on the new one?
Yep.
Heads.
Menu.
But that's okay.
Now I know which one I'm gonna get
Click to
because
reset.
it's
Oh,
the
boy.
best.
Oh boy. All right, here's the deal. Ryan gets to go first. The first of all selections. All selections.
Cheers.
Hold on. Let's just hold on a second. Hold on.
Oh, wait a minute.
Look at how many options there are. Miami Vice, Cheers, Family Ties, Knight Rider, Airwolf, Growing Pains, Perfect Strangers, Night Court, Charles in Charge, Odd Couple. No, that's not right. The Golden Girls, Alf, LA Law, Full House, Family Matters, MacGyver, Magnum PI. I'm also going to say there's so many more other ones. Ryan, Coach Ryan. There you are, Coach Ryan. Coach Ryan, you do get to go first, so you can just tell me what you want unless you want to hear anything. What do you got, bud? You're on.
I'm going Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, since Clayton's not here, I'm gonna. This is like you walked into karaoke and picked the most obvious karaoke song you could pick, man. That's just some basic shit. What the fuck?
Wait, I thought Clayton wasn't going to come here tonight. I thought Clayton was. Oh, wait. That was you, Jeremy? Oh, I thought that was Clayton. I thought it was perfect.
That was my impersonation of Clayton, but a lot of people say it's uncanny. They can't tell.
I cannot believe.
Obviously, you're going to pick Cheers. Come on.
You guys all feel it was.
Unless you're Clayton. Clayton would have just picked like Airwolf. And like, I went for the deep cut because I'm a man of integrity. So,
I didn't think
you take Cheers. You got the champ. You take the champ.
I didn't think Cheers was a 1-for-1. Let's just say that. I
This
thought
is the best.
it is the best. Why isn't it?
It's the best. Let's not bullshit ourselves.
I mean, it is
Is it
very.
better than the Jeffersons? That's another question for.
Wait a minute. And I mean, let's just say this. If you guys you guys were all on the same page on this one. This means to me, Ryan, you getting Gurky to fuck up the coin flip makes me think that
was
like you might have yourself like a serious number one because we're doing multiple decades, dog. And like now you got the one that everyone felt just 100% on.
Maybe he fell into my trap.
That's true. Wow, Ryan, you might have the one to rule them all. Gurky.
Although, if you have listened to the full song, there is a cringe moment when he mentions something about, and your dad thinks he's a mom or something like that.
No.
Sure would help a lot.
And maybe slavery wasn't so bad.
Like the J.K. Rowling of TV things here.
J.K. Rowling's has a couple points. Wow, that's interesting stuff. We never knew. Ryan takes Cheers. Cheers to you, Ryan. You did it right away. Gurky, but buddy, take a moment. Take a breather. You have the entire 80s, even things not on this board. Yes, Cheers is gone. Don't get that. Don't let it rattle you. What do you want?
There's a couple solid ones on here, but I really think that I got to go with Knight Rider.
Knight Rider's that's a good one.
That was one I thought would go pretty high. Final pick. Gurky selects number one from the 80s. The electronic disco jam. I think was probably even played in nightclubs and shit. I mean, it had to be all over the place. Knight Rider is off the board. Gurky takes it. Ryan, you're back on the clock for number 2.
All right. I'm gonna pull one out of left field, but before I do that, can I hear the Miami Vice?
Oh, absolutely. We all want to hear this. Pretty good stuff to me, Ryan.
Damn.
Pretty good stuff to me.
Okay, really good. but I still think I'm gonna pull something that's not on the list, and I think it's sorely missing.
Whoa, please tell me.
I'm gonna do Unsolved Mysteries.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Oh, it's a sitcom.
Scripted shows.
I see.
Shows.
Never mind.
I forgot to bring that up. My fault. I apologize. I should have brought this up, but Ryan, I thought this was a hell of a pick. A hell of a pick, Ryan. I mean, you pick that, but you don't do Twilight? All right. Anyway, Ryan, I'm sorry to say, disqualified.
Okay.
Ineligible for the draft. What do you want?
All right. Can I see second page? Okay. Then I'm going to pull another one that's not listed on there.
What?
I'm going to say, Who's the Boss?
Oh, Ryan, I realized that was the one. I already have it pulled up here on my list, but I forgot to add it. Ryan.
There's a time for love and a time for take a chance and face the way. An open road and a road that's hidden. A brand new life around the bend. There were times lost a dream or two.
I mean, interesting. I think you're right, but wow, off the board, on the floor. This guy has got Cheers and Who's the Boss in the pocket. Gurky, your final pick.
That's grammatically correct. Who's the
Shit,
boss?
what did I do? Oh, did I forgot to do the? Is it apostrophe?
Yes, it's apostrophe S, no E.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I got an English degree.
And who's the boys?
Who's the boys?
Who's the boys?
I was so distracted by the who's, I didn't notice the boys.
I'm doing great, guys. Doing great. Almost at the end of the show. Doing great. All right, who's the boss? Who's the boss? Ryan takes. He has got it connected. Gurky, your final pick, and then Jeremy will be the last on the board here tonight.
Hey, Jeremy, maybe I want to trade down in the draft.
Whoa!
There's a couple good ones on the board, and I have a couple in my hip pocket that I haven't even wrapped my head around.
So you're saying you would let Jeremy, if he wants to, go for, you get this pick for what? I mean, what are you proposing? Because remember, let's forget, you have 2 picks of the 90s, 2 picks of the 2000s, 2 picks of the 2010s. And I will say that we know now that the format is that Jeremy and Clayton will go first in the 2000s, 2010s.
If you have one you like here, Jeremy, I'll give it to you for your second pick in the 90s.
But you're still ahead of me in the 90s.
No, you're going to be. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's true.
My first pick would be.
No, both your picks would be.
Oh yeah.
Because
maybe I want to rethink this though. Maybe I do want to board. Oh, I got to think about this.
If you just want to give me a pick, I'll take it, Gurky. But I want to be clear. I already had 2 picks ahead of you.
You know what?
Okay.
Maybe after the 90s.
You should take this unless you're like so stumped you need me to eliminate an option.
Oh, okay. Let me hear Night Court because I really like that one. And if it doesn't move me,
but Gurky, you're thinking the way I want to. I think after the 90s, Gurky, the last 2 decades, I'll probably do a 1 through 4 situation.
Yeah, we can do the snake. 1,
we
2,
can
3,
do the
4,
snake. That's it. And we can do trades. All right. From the 80s, I'm going to say this, Gurk.
See, but I have Barney Miller already.
I know, but this is a song I have listened to, not ironically, all the way through so many times.
So I kind of screwed myself, I think, because I've got Miami Vice and Airwolf are also high on the list.
Yep.
Airwolf. And then Equalizer's not on the list.
That's
It's
true.
A little Stuart Copeland ditty.
I love that.
But I need to mix it up a little bit. I think I'm going with the A-Team.
Oh, fuck! I forgot the A-Team! Oh, my God. Girk, this is off the board, and it is absolutely a worthwhile pick.
In 1972, a crack commando.
I keep playing, you piece of shit. Hold on. It's coming up. Come on, A-Team. Give it to me, baby. I'm pushing.
Do I get the lead into it as well?
That's what I'm trying to play for you, but it's
No, but I get that when in the competition.
oh well. I mean, I think it should go. I think it should happen. Hold on. Come on, baby.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
I feel rescued already. I feel rescued already by the A-Team showing up. Gurky going off the board, just like Ryan Bradford for their number 2 picks. Not listed, but you can tell that they were alive for this and they have a memory and they want it. Whew.
Yeah, there's some good shit on the board though. That night court that's hard to pass.
That's hot said. All right, guess what, Gurky and Ryan, thank you for participating in this draft. Really quickly, Jeremy, you get to pick your 2 picks for the 80s, and Clayton doesn't even. You just get it, buddy. You just get this without even a problem in front of you.
So I don't have to think about like which one do I pick before the other for positioning.
Exactly, because I mean Clayton could even show his face because he's a baby. We all know he's a baby, right? We can all agree. So he's a baby and he's not here. No, just kidding. But
thank you for being a friend.
Let us do this real quick.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hold on, where's my shit?
My heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Fuck, what is it?
Boom, boom. And if you threw a party,
shit,
and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, "Thank you for being a friend."
God damn it! What is that? What is it?
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. This guy saw a big, old, absolute, huge draft pick just sitting there for him to pick. He knew it was there. And he does what he needs to. He secures it. Let us hear just a second of it so we can all remember what we got ourselves into by not letting this happen. Oh boy.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew.
That's a good one. And Jeremy, sneaks this thing out of here. You guys didn't even see it coming. And here this guy goes ahead and takes the wonderful theme from the magnificent Golden Girls.
And I love Blanche and Maud and whatever her name is, Rose. But I don't think they can go up against B.A. Baracus, Hannibal the Cannibal, Face the Ace.
We'll find out soon enough.
We will find out. Jeremy, this means that you are left.
I mean, I feel like, can we hear the Magnum PI theme?
Oh, fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? All day long.
than Miami Vice or Night Court? That's the question.
I don't know about that.
So I love Charles in Charge, and I'm curious to hear it now.
Oh my God!
Charles
Yes.
in charge of our
I had to
day.
look it up because it was funny. They didn't. I couldn't find it streaming, so we're gonna have to go to because everyone was doing weird versions of it. It was like goof bands doing weird things of it. But here's the original Charles in Charge. Soft.
It's a good hook, but yeah, the lead up, I think is cool.
Like he's one of the family. Charles in charge of our days.
Good hook. Good hook.
I'll leave that. It's a good hook, but I'll leave that one for Clayton.
Yeah. You walked in here and you let Charles in Charge sit on the board. Yeah, he's going to complain about everything. All right.
Hear Perfect Strangers.
Oh, Perfect Strangers. A sleeper, but showed up on a lot of lists. Nice guitar.
Even with the sax.
I know, sax, a guitar, it's all there. It's all there. Jeremy, you got
Is
some.
it all instrumental? There's no
Let's
no
see.
vocal.
Yeah, maybe it didn't, but the version I found definitely is instrumental.
Can I consult Scout Rob?
Oh, Rob. Yeah, Rob. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
I feel like I got some solid instrumentals. Night Court's a banger. Magnum PI, pretty fucking strong. Miami Vice is still on the board. Any of these, like Calling to You, is like the one.
Yeah, like so many of these are so good.
Well, which one do you think Clayton would be mad that I took? Like he wanted it. That's also valid.
Oh, I mean, I think Clayton's all over Night Court.
I think
that'd be my guess.
I think Rob's on that one. If it wasn't number one, it would be number
But we
two.
also know Clayton's not picking winning songs here. So
He also has Hawaii 5-0, so he would definitely be happy to have Magnum PI and Hawaii 5-0.
The Hawaii.
Yeah, he's gonna be on that MacGyver tip or some shit.
Final pick of the night, Jeremy. Final pick of the night.
what's your final recommendation of Scout, Rob?
Look, I've been hung up on Night Court all night, actually. But Perfect Strangers was really good.
That was really good. It's got the trading. Man, it's just too much good stuff. I feel like in a dogfight though, like Night Court's gonna take that.
I think so too.
Yeah, let's go for Night Court.
Night Court is off the board. Jeremy makes his final selection of this draft night. Unbelievable. What a night of drafting. So much fun. I could do this all fucking night long. I love this shit so much. We will be back next week with KTRD Sports doing the 90s. And then I will reveal, like you're saying, Gurky, I think some sort of snake, but I do want to do something that it makes the 90s. You have the potential for trades for the 2000s, 2010s. Real quick, let us do a press conference run around. Poly Blend.
Good friend, Bird Turking here, Bird Turking. Real quick thoughts, Jeremy, final thoughts on your draft. You only did 2 tonight, only 2, but how do you think it matches up to your previous selections?
I would say for having the later picks this round and combining these with what my teams are looking like from the 60s and 70s, I'm feeling really strong about my chances. Now, are there other great songs? Of course. You know, obviously you're not going to get cheers if you don't have the first pick, unless Clayton has the first pick, then who knows. But But yeah, I feel like I got 2 bangers, and I already had 4 bangers, so that's a pretty solid squad.
It's a pretty good squad. Pretty good press conference from our good friend Jeremy. The guy, I'm turning around on this son of a bitch. Let's go to Gerke. Gerke, real quick, your final thoughts here on your first ever draft.
I may have made a mistake leaving Magnum out there. Magnum is a bop. And so, you know, I feel pretty good. A-Team is solid. And I think Knight Rider is, I feel okay about it. But I also feel like there were better songs to pick from in the 80s. So picking, you know, first was less of an advantage than it was picking picking last in the 60s and 70s. We'll see how it goes.
We'll have to see how it goes.
Cautiously optimistic. Also, I was going to go with Dallas, but Dallas came out in 1970.
Oh, shit. Wow, man. This guy's knowledge of prehistoric TV is unbelievable. Ryan, the only vet of the drafting playoff community. What was it like to put on the old saddle and ride again?
I got the blood pumping through my veins. Felt good.
I got to do some research on the 90s, 2000s, 2010s? What do we think here?
No research needed. I already know.
I love it so much, and I love all single one of you in the draft. The Scout Rob, we want to thank Scout Rob. We want to thank Ryan Schlegel for putting this all together as he's working on something else that we don't want to notice in the bottom left corner. This is Bird King, signing off this week from the fantastic KTRD Stadium. We'll be back next week with more KTRD Draft TV themes. It's been a hell of a run. I've got to run because I left the meter going, and I've got some Deweys that they will definitely pick me up on. This ends our KTRD broadcast. KTRD Sports. Let us go quickly to KTRD for the announcement of Husky Boy the show.
Thanks, Bert. Thanks for KTRD Sports. We just want to end this by really quickly doing, of course, we have to every week. It's our duty, or we're bound to it. Husky Boy the show.
So did Bradford want to ask me Vision Pro questions?
Wait, what?
Wait, hold on.
In the comments, Bradford.
Okay, we'll do it after. We'll do it. Limp Bizkit Crew, really quickly. He was sick last week. He still came through. Lions didn't win. This guy's been just fucking getting it over the finish line. We had nothing to lose, or we had everything to lose, and he's depressed and all this stuff. Then he shows up, takes Clayton's seat. Gerke, Husky Boy of the show. Gerke is Husky Boy of the show. Great show, everybody. We'll be back next week. Maybe with Clayton, maybe not. We'll find out. Hope you're all good. This is Polyester Blend. We'll be back next week with more fun. Stick around if you want to. We will be here for the Limp Bizkit Crew Zoom link in the